Mr. Mainza, Mbototo, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure after a while.
It's been 2 years from the time we had a conversation.
Yes, sir.
Good to see my brother.
Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've been well?
I've been well, despite the ups and downs that we are facing in this country.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. Your critical voice against the Patriotic Front about 5 years ago, or over 5 years ago, can never be ignored in this country. But how also you reminded the PF administration at the time on some things which you felt were not being done correctly, but not forgetting how you took on the Patriotic Front over the issue to do with the cadreism. You talk about things that the state of the economy at the time under the Patriotic Front. Fast forward 5 years down the line of the UPND and HH in power. When you sit back as a person who interacts with members of the public coming from the typical grassroots, residential areas or compounds, as it were, you and I, when you reflect back, when you look back, would you say Zambia is much safer economic-wise under the UPND?
So, to start with, it's not yet 5 years. It should be 4 years and some months. Because 4 years yara in August.
That's correct.
Yes. So, the 4 years plus.
That's correct.
And then, in terms of economic-wise, is it like a month ago? I think it's not even a month ago. $1 that's a station. So meaning if dollar ngayawa, meaning that if dollar depreciates,
yes,
it simply means that kwacha has appreciated.
That's correct.
So along the line of the kwacha to be appreciating, the commodities, food stuff, and then kaidi tubutukira sana kubunga. Ubunga. Ushena bubwera nangu tabura bwera. Yes. 4 years plus, from my point of view, there are the positives and the negatives that this regime has done. So, on the negative side, I would say that, yes, the dollar, na yambok on a dollar, but if you could have cheaper. And then, the last time that I was invited here, a time kwa the issue what do you call it? Fuel. Yeah, the cheaper. And then wait a chanida. Where the government is paying a certain percentage.
Subsidies?
Yes. It was subsidized. And then the last time that I came here, it had subsidy nishbaifumiyako. So, since subsidy, yadi fumineko, well, and then lero na bwera, takuli subsidy, and then dollar na ipona. So, obunga na bwera. Obunga budi parishinga.
You tell me.
Nishishi bekari na shitrepo bunge na shite no was. So,
but wa madam wala shita bunga. How much do you spend?
Cotton money month. There's some coins along that. Why do you want me to discuss that? So, in short,
yep.
Yes, the dollar, the value, it able to punch, but Katwishi, if there's some kind of miscommunication, but oh, dollar na ipona, And then if he mufwile mwabwesha kwa emitengo fimbita fidabwera.
Right.
Yes. And then along the line of the dollar idebwera punch some other commodities finish the skyrocket emitengo. I think on us big.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So what does it mean when you do that comparison, and what answer would you give to a mother out there coming from you as a governance activist who has been very instrumental and very pivotal in the governance of this country? You were among the people that kept in check the Patriotic Front at the time. Would you tell us that the economy is far much better than where we're coming from as a nation?
So, in terms of comparing where we're coming from and where we are, so if we have where we're coming from, where we are, and where we wish to be.
Right.
So, from where we were up to where we are, I think there should be equity. Equality will never be here. It's all about equity.
Right.
If it means that we're supposed to be equal, equality means that if you are driving a Benz, I'm supposed to drive a Benz. If the president is driving a Bugatti, I'm supposed to drive a Bugatti.
Right.
But where equity is concerned, if you are driving a Benz, better na inendensha kunanka Corolla. Do you know that I'm taller than you?
Correct.
So nombanga tuletamba bola. Since I'm taller than you, ine chibumba chipelele apande tamba. You who happens to be like shorter than me, tewatambeko. The better na kusendera kreti wani na wamba kutamba. So, equity. The problem that we have here in Zambia, I always keep on emphasizing this. Why can't we be on the same level of reasoning? Once we, like, on the same level of reasoning, I think we'll get there. Big money, we are going towards my election. Campaign, you have a quarterly wedding. And then day akuvota. Chimwati namuyan kwa animon. It might sound funny, but let me just like propound it to an extent whereby even a layman is supposed to understand.
Yes.
Big money, na mwishi baba ma politician to fubesa mkochita. Nga baisa mkampeni balafukama. Ondero mbako voti na kudida kuno. Shan. Compare vote aingira mu parliament. But ingaingira mu parliament besa mukwenda ne myoto kana mbana matinted na bemya. Ati tu amwibira phone. So at the time baresa kuma campaign. Ngatwadi mwibira nga kumwibira phone. So these general elections that are forthcoming in 2026, katwishinga ni August shan
13th.
That they voted pretty well said. They voted pretty well done. They are two different things.
Right.
Well said and well done.
What's the difference there?
Previously, twale voted pretty well said. Nkamichitefi, nkamwambika fe mpawa, nkachitefi, twale voted pretty well said. But whether you are in office, nangu, ulechita aspire to waingira po mu office, twale voted pretty well done. well done. Ile people that binge watch tapo. Imwe ba IP. Mwikala kwa kanyama. Kirmo isapon that. Nde mina bo MP. Apata to ake pshati finish mukatu chitira ke pshati finish watch tapo.
Wow.
Kaidi besa mpunda ati that's why kwadi boku chita muita chan inensha sambira sana mudenjerera ko big man kwadi boku chita how much do you have my properties in shua kwata you declare
Right.
declaration finshua kwata na kwate mfutishibiti na kwata moto kaimo so na so being a politician and then ngoingela parliament abantu bakutola parliament, it doesn't mean that nishiwo kwata manu constituency muni wewe. It doesn't mean that mudam constituency you are the richest. No. And then being umuntu wakobati bakutuma parliament doesn't mean that nishi wa mona mo income generating activity. Being a politician, you work for the people, assisting the people. You dedicate yourself to help the people. Yes.
Which constituents are you coming from?
In a born and bred from Mundola, Kabush constituency.
Right. So right now, I mean, as you are coming for this interview, you are coming from which? Here in Lusaka, which constituency are you residing from?
I'm coming from Charleston, but Kabush, there's Mangolo.
So you vote from Kabushi.
That's what I want.
Interesting. So let's begin to evaluate. I will insist on these questions because we are remaining with simply 4 months before the general elections.
Serious?
2 months, yes, correct. 2 months before the nominations, could commence. Now, you are one kind of a person who has been featured on various platforms, talking about governance issues, accountability, and, a lot of issues. But here we are evaluating our leaders. If I take you to Kabushi, where you're coming from, where you vote from, you as Newton Mainza, you as Mbototo, our governance activist in Zambia, would you say our leaders, would you say the MP for Kabushi, where you come from, has done massive, has achieved that which you preached in 2021 and prior? Would you say the government in general, the UPND, they have it easy for having delivered per se?
Say Kabushi constituency.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is your MP in Kabushi?
Partially, they've done.
Right.
But there's this man who happens to be like aspiring for Kabushi.
Right.
Simangolwa. Nibali abantu abakwe bati kai CDF nindala masheso. It's our money, taxpayers' money. And then CDF ngabachta CDF atinchinge bafumya manje.
Let's put it at 40 million.
So 40 million. Kwadi bamanje fimbio fatumonati umuntu ni MP but CDF taide bomba. And then kwadi boda bantu abako but aspiring adebo mfiendala meshako. Which takes me back to we are going to vote for well done, not well said. So from Kabushi constituency, there's this man, Simangolwa, running tirelessly, using his own money. Before he even gets into parliament, you can see the project that he has done. The projects, a span of projects. Because the funeral, sorry to say this, I know I'm on TV, but it's coming from my heart. There are certain people who just happen to be like, they are for the people.
Right.
And then, najitemokula ikoti ngane mwini. Politics, you being appointed, being elected to go into parliament, it doesn't mean that you are a genius one. It doesn't mean that you are the most intelligent. It simply means that ka parliament building ka nono tetutwe mukuyira njira bonse, and then twalafu afiat iwe kabiyo tola ndireko ulianga ya mukulanda. It doesn't mean that ewa manu mu constituency, no. Mwadi banaba manu abengi mu constituency. But problem tuisa mukupanga, tuisa mukusala bari abakwata insala ya ndalama. Afuma kabush aisa murusak aingira mu parliament, pa parliament moteo para kula bako big man. So na mwishiba apa ero badebo ekira no mu constituencies yabo. So na ifo nomba epo tuiminine pako, but we will not vote for well said, we are voting for well done. So nga ali mu office ebo ikosede no kosa mu inform ngo ali mu office, walina mu parliament, ero manje wisa mukutulombe vote tukesa kuipshat finish mu achitap awe kaidi na fyalirwa kuno moneni ndi muntu wenu umuntu waba nani wali kudusaka uko muri nominero wote big man apana ikosa kwa bantu na besu kwa menzo
na ikosa
na tuisuka menzo nebonde kwebo tanga kuvota vechi vote nekumabala ba.
Let me take you back again. In 2021 or prior to that, we've got the UPND that stayed in power, the opposition for 23 years before they could form government in 2021. And the promise of the UPND was to transform the economy once again, but also the UPND assured Zambians that we shall get rid of the hunger situation in the country. We shall ensure, we shall endeavor that citizens are able to afford at least 3 meals per day. Where are we today? 5 years or 4 years plus down the line?
So if you say the UPND, chimwa isapunda ti KBN TV, padiba CEO, padiba manager, programs manager, and then kwadiba ma newscasters, kwadiba gate man nabashara. So the UPND, kwadiba president Hakainde Ichilem, and then kwadiba vice president, irukwabama ministers.
Correct.
So that manifesto, before the UPND came into power, that manifesto yafumine kudi president Hakainde Ichilema.
Correct.
So president Hakainde Ichilema teubomba yekawe alikwata abantu. So manje bali abantu kwati fina chirapunda nje parliament kwadi baba. So tuyambire panchi kwadi mama councillors and then kwadi ba chan chef kon kama fyama politics
Tumwalanda ku council chairperson,
WDC,
yeah,
stuff like that, and then ile idea kwera. So manifesto yada twala puishen sala.
Correct.
You are from mukano kabanan.
Almost all of them, but of course the ringleader,
Who is the senior
was
most?
the president at that point.
Yes.
Yes.
So President Hakainde Ichilema, he was upon that. Tukapuishen sale insalanka ipuish. But wadishibati ngawaisa ba padichile chipona presidency. Nefini mfuele. Teti mfuele. Kaidi bakala miebati ba innocent. De rumu alafu adaso. Nyepeni pokeni va. Kaidi mulea mukuni na madonki yuko. So the president had a vision. You still have a vision. But the problem, earthquake muno mu Zambia, abantu abashinguruka akainde ichire maeba kwete problem. And then kwalibana my infiltrators. We've kept on recycling the politicians. And then iba akainde ngobale itamba by send the serious. Mwadi kwatama infiltrators mu system. Let us stop recycling the politicians. Ali muyu nipi. Aingira muyu mudi. Aisa isa mu PF. Mwali musungirira fe mwe bantu bakwalesa. Palast. Edat tuambo kura ipuntura. Turesangawa. Watu wainda 3 steps forward, 5 steps backwards. Manifesto yari bwino sana. But if much to deliver, nefu mwali land, out of 100, you've just delivered nangwati 60%. Reason being that you are surrounded by the wrong people. And then they fought tirelessly for UPND to be in power. The previous regime, Vamdala Bahaka in the Ichidimubade wa bloka, Quadidea Kuchpata, and then Quadidea Ku Sun FM, Idabafumi Nepomteng. I am my issues near the Akubat, Yadi was so sensitive. But Kujibadia Abadi mu PF. Everybody tere futi ya baby. Same what in a IP. Say it's just an example.
Yes, please.
Say I don't like you, and then I just want to kill you. I buy some drinks, I put some poison in your drink. We are drinking together. And then, but then I could make a poison and we drink it. One. You know, manje, we say quarter pressure. But ya waya nomba ku hospital. Nokusapun that, awe, ndefo aba Mbototo besi babe ku bedside. Niyo wachikubikira poison and we drink it. Unenji bacho wala pusuka.
Wow.
I think if it's tika. But about PF, but about eba broke about muinsho, baba tuala na incarceration, baya kujere, kusani FM, kudia ba fumi na pomutenge, kuchipata kudia and stuff like that. Vambia bantu futi bambo kulava later clause.
They'll tell you that politics is about numbers, but also there must be a healing point as a nation. You must be able to heal and forgive each other. That's the message which President HH has been preaching, that we have to forgive each other and embrace one another, because Zambia remains a one Zambia, one nation.
Okay. So Zambia being a Christian nation is the reason why we do practice forgive and forget. Yes, we can forgive, but if you forget, history repeats itself. Tina kweleleo. But if I want to ngana lava kesa fichitana foot. And then you are in here about Zambia being a Christian nation. That's why today mwenat Zambia theory iko bidi ya politician German na imwe. If you can recall, there was a time when we fought tirelessly. Pali Bill 10.
Correct.
We fought tirelessly. Bill 10 out of 34. Because Bill 10 to Adisa Iberenga Nganebo. I for one. Bill 10 Adisa Ikonka Mwino Sano Kwisa Iberenga bad. Little did I know that Bill 10 has got some strings a little bit attached to Bill 7. So, ngani wabo slave bakolopora no bwembye. Budabu ino bwembye bakolopwerere ko time wadi slave ngwa isaba master kesa bubombe so that akomfa bukalibura wa mfwereko.
Beyond your works as an activist, you are also a musician. You are an artist. You know, the job that you love the most. You are quite passionate about music, about arts. And lo and behold, the UPND comes into power in 2021. President HH also looked at your welfare or your desires as artists in this country. He goes and he decided to set up the Ministry of Youth, Arts and Sports, which is being run by Honorable Elvis Nkandu. But beyond that, again, he went further to give you 2 PSs. What is interesting about these 2 permanent secretaries is that they are both coming from your industry, the arts industry. We talk about Kangwachileshe himself, or Jason, that's a stage name. Kabanana, yes. He's coming from the arts industry, the musical industry. We talk about Chamafumba, PS or Pilato as it were, is also coming from the arts industry. Those are your own brain children. The question is, have they delivered? Have they given you what you lacked as musicians? And I want you to be as candid as you have been known for.
So, have they given you what you wanted as musicians?
The much development? Have they transformed the arts industry or arts sector?
Have they given you what you wanted as musicians? So, I cannot speak on behalf of the musicians.
Right.
I'm just a musician.
Right.
So, what you've said, or the question happens to be like Nipruro, musicians, and then musician, ni singular. So in a kunji pshafe palwand, kaiti 13 dandireko makitu, 13 dandireko nani, 13 dandireko nani. Nisha ishibofo bomfwana makitu na pirata. Nisha ishibofo bomfwana waisede bu na pirata. So ngwa njipshat as musicians. Nganaske yo nishnala tena. So njipshati palwand.
So why should development, or why should the achievements being delivered by the 2 PSs, your own PSs, be, about individualistic? Why should it be about personalities? I thought if I'm going to have a minister like Elvis Nkandu, who is a minister for youth and sports, is performing on our behalf. So I'm asking you, based on your capacity as an artist, how would you evaluate the performance of these PSS or the ministry in general?
So manje mwadishi bati kwadi bati, you are considered to be like an artist, because art is wide.
Right.
Kwadi bati no musician. No musician, but are you affiliated or are you registered under the Zambia Association of Musicians, which falls under B-Flow? Right. B-Flow happens to be like the president for ZAM. So, in a nice apano, de pakalanden waisan jipshati. So, Mbototo, Ushe ministry, idemi bombedenshi. The ministry is not supposed to come to me direct.
Right.
The ministry has to come to me through the Zambia Association of Musicians. Yes.
And how are you benefiting from there yourselves? Including you yourself. How are you benefiting through your association?
The Zambia Association of Musicians.
How have you benefited in the last 4 years, 5 years?
Can't you see that a lot of people are benefiting?
It's you to tell me I'm not part of you.
The last one, I think it was the women, the musicians versus the police women. Yaberere apart passion apapa bakot.
You are talking about magistrate?
Yes.
Or Imboira?
Not by Imboira.
Which one is that?
Parapa UTH Nombapa. Parapa stadium. A stadium was.
Shishi anyway.
So party Bagero, I'm a musician.
Right.
Na ba police abana kashi kwa di bola.
Right.
That was organized by the Zambia Association ya musician ya bena biflo. And then paget indala mashaide mukochita but they upgrade katwishinga kochita renovate beni mwinga chan police. So, if you are not infected, you are affected. If you are not benefiting direct, you benefit indirect.
So how have you benefited directly or indirectly yourself?
Helping the government to like rejuvenate the state of that Benimwinga police. Yes.
Right. So, in a nutshell, what would you say? Would you say the Minister of Arts has performed according to your expectations? It has managed to meet its mandate?
Yes, it has.
Right.
It has. Because it works in collaboration with the Zambia Association of Musicians. Not just the musicians, even comedian associations of musicians, the choirs.
Right.
Working hand in hand. Had it not been for the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts, I doubt if the entertainment that we are enjoying at this juncture would have been happening.
Right. Much of the song that you've sung, you as Mbototo, or the message that you've always delivered has been that on the need to have, to promote good governance in the country. You've been very passionate about that. And of course, you've mentioned about equal application of the law, compliancy, as well as the rule of law. Back to where we are today, how would you assess the application or implementation of the rule of law in Zambia under the current administration?
I think I answered that. From my point of view, I think that was like the first question that you asked.
How did you answer it?
There's equity and equality. I think you've just like interchanged the words the way they were in the first question. So big money, yawanjipshe. Ati ndembe nyimbo, yes. So, wekisha nipona food fest. Apande tonton kanyans.
Otamkwete answer for a moment.
Ninkwata answer, not ati nishkwete answer, wekisha pof.
Okay. My question was, or my question remains that when you talk about equal application of on the rule of law, would you say you are happy currently? Maybe that's a question.
Okay.
Is the law being applied equally?
Okay. So, it is.
Right.
It is. Reason being that if we look at what was happening,
yes,
where capitalism is concerned, who used to run the stations in the previous regime? Cadres. The last time I was invited, I think, not even you. By then I was by movie.
Yes.
Yes. The cadres were running the stations. Even like, if this program is live, what if in live pano? Nishina besa na ba parking emyotoka panse Mbototo ngafu mafiala mwenako. It's the reason why I used to do the pre-recorded program.
Yes.
But right now, I'm doing it.
Yeah. Right.
There's a difference.
Meaning you feel safe now. You feel much better than where we're coming from as a country.
Much, much better than you think.
Right. Great. Let's move on to another issue, which is also of quite importance. There's been also some concerns coming from some leaders in this country, or some of your fellow critics, stakeholders who feels that the current administration has been a bit unfair when you look at the number of people who have been arrested so far under the UPN administration, while others have been jailed under this administration. What is your position? What is your neutral position in that regards? It is part of the rule of law from your end.
So, ngopango omulando. Omulando ngabawerenga. Waisaza ngwachi, you're supposed to be incarcerated. Ngabakukaka. Usheni UPND kukakire nangu. Difunde di kukakire. Kadi what's up on that rule of law. Law yabanani. Law yadiko mu UNIP. Law yadiko mu MMD. Law yadiko mu PF. Law ko idi mu UPND. And then a government ikesa po imbi ikakwata law. So nishi ile sta incarcerate abantu ni UPND nango ni law.
What is the ultimate answer from there?
The law is a law. It will never change. It's the reason why justice has got no respect. Justice. Yeah, but if you are innocent, you are. If you are guilty, you are. So let us not push one another in a corner to start like blaming the current government. How many people were incarcerated in the previous regime?
You are an expert.
Aka inde ichire matabamu to pokujeda. Kesinsh. Idia ikadisana ti, what do you call it?
Treason.
Treason. So manje ababa dipo nga bayingira ma seozi bayingira ma jere iyo mwala chitapo focus sana ifi yakubato akainde bali mbikire po maseozi aliya na ku mukobeko and then uchera tukutana nkwe alire po kujere shani. So murependa vya baba dipo nga baba fuminepo tamurependa banga abaya po kujere in the previous regime bambi fyaba underground tafya ishibuko actually na interview na kwetena iwe ya last I told you that I was stabbed. It's just that at the bounty washide pundat oko wasanga Mbototo dead or alive mwandete tete mulo mburi okabwalala bachenda kumana nanko knife.
Okay, it's okay. We're on TV. Wow.
Kai foot film bite chosumin.
Wow.
So if yakwe to ama incarcerations abede kujere ni banani abade maseozi ni banani kari fya tamba vakaunda chiruba avatwele kumukobeko kulio kwari akaenda. You remember? Was it Christmas or New Year's Eve?
Yeah, Christmas.
Idaba toishire mfana bukwese mfuti paper. So kofian birafe kutadi. If you have a politics, German.
You earlier mentioned that you were among the people that condemned or decampaigned Bill 10 under the PF administration.
Yeah, man.
And this time around, we were subjected to Bill 7, as it were. And your voice was nowhere to be heard. Not only you, but quite a number of your fellow activists, you went mute and stuff like that. It appears that you know, one is going to misjudge you, that you are hypocrites. You know, you are being double standards because you loudly spoke under the PF administration. You condemned quite a number of ills which were happening under the PF, and the same bill, same content, as you mentioned, going by your example, that the bill you condemned, which was Bill 10 under the PF,
has got a little bit of some strings.
Exactly. You know, much of the content was brought back in Bill 7, and you went in oblivion. You went quiet.
So, since we are in Gufa,
what is your job?
You heard my voice. Not so. Did I hear a voice during the time out of the land of the Bill 10? Did I hear a voice?
Oh, you mean me?
Hey, oh,
no, myself, I've always been on TV. My role.
Yeah, but what did I do?
Of course I did.
What did I do?
The only way I can speak. The only thing.
And then it's good that you know I didn't.
Hold on. Hold on. The only way I can speak to people is through the microphone.
Yes.
Yes. And I've been here speaking for the last 20 years.
Your 20 years dash the over. But in nanguni 1 minute. But wadingu for the party built-in.
That's correct.
So does it mean that I should be just talking? So, you know, interview
not kunaka.
So, you know, interview ngayapwa. Urefo ngare muno, mushare murenkopa. Tadi muntu warenuka. So, inengo walingu fuako. Nalanda padi Bill 10 to ifirusha. And then futu de fwa fende randafe. So yo to wako atakoba burudu bobe ngashira ma smartphone na bena bambo kulanda ko findandako. Nechi nyawo chirenu mabo.
Bantu wa Mbototo na banaka.
Wali na kidani webu. Inisha naka. Nechi nyawo chirenuka. Noti yakobati Mbototo balalanda. Fio ya dura Mbototo balalanda. Ubunga bwadura Mbototo balalanda. No ba suppose ilenga ninko atobunga. Tishu yo mbulisho refande randa pabunga. Inakulanda pa di tishu. So chira muntu is the reason why to project yo to lecha pass me the mic. Each and every individual has to speak for him or herself. If your voice can be heard, yes, well and good. But wadintu mapwati Mbototo kabieni mumvotereko. Kadine ningu fobo nangani Mbototo mulalanda sana. So mwala mvotera kwa emiku ibiri muvote okunoko. So mbulefu amule ntumafye numba ndichakutuma. Nga uvoto mukumo, landa pafile kushupa. Ngo voto mukumo, landa pafye olefuwae. No chachi Mbototo bakalanda fyo ya dola Mbototo bakalanda nshako ata moto kene nchofe njinga nkambo kulanda pa mataira ya njinga na ngwa cheni.
But in more of activists, so why are you into activism? The moment you become an activist, it's like you are the one who is got the blessing to speak for other people.
Don't say a blessing.
Okay.
Being an activist has got some strings attached to the people that believe in you. And then, each time to be repo, bu activist take over to wa mukurishengo mapamusebo. Ni hapa ni pafon. Ule bukshati UPND pagova tipke. Mulandu wa social media. Campaign ikuru ya chaikile pa social media. kati bade ba block ba UPND bade ba block so no mene nganje bato Mbototo mfilimo baba activist nde mirandira ko fiance and then so ukansongira abana nani mukansongira abana German idimo kuti waipere shati final afichita but sometimes kuinuka so okay
So
since ula chita interview abantu enengana afuma pano yo sende na bambi okuba chita interview kaide nchitoyo and then badanga bafuma po chita interview na bambi ngabafuma and then you senda na bambi ukekare 1 week muno
is your activism yourself, you as a Mbototo and others based on maybe just feeding your stomachs? It's a question.
Feeding what?
Your stomachs.
So
were you doing your activism to feed yourselves?
In the previous regime, what time ya MPF? Wadim fude pati Mbototo na bafane nsala and then after UPND I sort of babuka.
Because your voice is
manchika di walanda stomach.
Correct.
Walanda stomach. So mu PF wadim fude pati Mbototo na bafane nsala after UPND apitoro isabuka. Stomach. What do you mean? I think
speaking in order to find enough food on the table, because a serious activist, even by now.
Serious activist afwane nsala. Achafuida afwane nsala. Afuida iso walamba.
No, he doesn't stop talking. Passionate, patriotic activists, they don't stop talking. And yourselves, you and your colleagues, you've gone quiet.
Which colleagues?
You can quite name quite a number of them.
Which colleagues?
I don't want to mention them here, but at least
so what did they lie? What did they lie?
I'm dealing with you here.
Mona. Ifere tonton kanyatef. Iwo la bomba kachitokono. So activism nishite tuingiremo. Okay na iwe eshako ube activist. Ifo twali eshako no kwesha wamba no kula Twitter kuno. Twaisa na mkwasu kwa answers. Iwe ngana iso na TV station te tinkwita no kuitanga ndefu okulanda na activist. Iwo shupa na fena ma politician. Yoshu pada na politician mwaipshanya mwaskana katuishinga ni banani hapo. But the role that I played for this peace that you are enjoying, I played a very major role. So don't take me for granted and then wamba kwa chikula nkembula cho nde bombero rufumo. Na yo chibere shicho.
Interesting. Let's move on to another question. I know that Zambia will be heading to the polls come this year in the next 4 or 5 months, as I mentioned earlier on. But of course, we'll look at the aspect of the corruption fight, how it has unfolded under the European administration. What is your assessment as activist Mbototo?
Assessment yanji?
Corruption fight.
Corruption carry a thumb. Corruption carry a thumb. So
and it should continue.
Ate?
It has to continue. So it's not supposed to end, right?
Mona. Wadishiba Noma journalist problem market. Mwisa mkuu pisha kwa tilimbi waipisha kweshoni and then afore tonton kanyati ansa isi afore fuai but inga type yandi kwa tine yaso ule ndorela nga wanjipisha question not wambi okula mpira answers kwa wampira multiple choice.
Okay.
So nga wanjipisha question lolela ntonton kanye.
Okay.
Kozi time nachira fuma kunganda tewachisa njipshat oh Mbototo mwalaisa nalaisa but nalami pshefyaso so if you want njipsha jachishi batu wala njipsha so they can tontonkanye that's why a politician but modete pano abengi nsamukumo na fya tibapuba cause bala spiro kwasuka so they can tontonkanye.
All right, well
so
noted.
you nkani corruption before you should kwasuka corruption kindly define for me what is corruption.
I'm sure you know what corruption is.
Ninkuipusha, not I'm sure. Kindly define the term corruption for me. And then once you define it, that's where my answer will come from. What is corruption?
No. Look, Mbototo, I'm here to ask questions. And let's take note that we've got to...
That
is correct.
So what is corruption?
No.
Can you define?
So unfortunately, I'm at a position where I have to ask you questions, and then you are supposed to give me the answers.
So meaning but kindly define.
You mentioned that career term for corruption. So
so no corruption career term. So therefore until could define corruption. What is the definition of corruption? And then nalakwas append the push your definition and then I'll give you an answer.
Right.
Simple.
Let's move on to another question quickly for just to manage time.
Define corruption.
I will leave it there. You are a leader in this country, and I know you know these things very well. All right. Let's move on to the aspect of the elections we'll be having as a country. How do you start or assess the political landscape in Zambia or atmosphere so far, in terms of, for example, favorable campaign, environment for everybody to campaign or sell with their messages? Is Zambia safe for all the aspiring candidates from a point of view as an activist?
I think very much safe because the campaigns have already started. Even on social media, I can see some people campaigning. Even on the grounds, people are campaigning. The environment is very much conducive. Very much. Very much.
What do you mean when you say conducive? How do you just admit to that? How conducive is the environment so far?
I saw something on social media. I can't mention a name, but I saw there's a certain politician that you invited here. The way you were conversating, it was like campaigning. It was... You had got in campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. President, oh, Shani, oh, Shan.
Yeah.
After the interview, we never heard that, oh, Aba Mwinsho, Bachpapake, BNTV, and then Babachta arrest and stuff like that. He drove away safely. Meaning that the environment is conducive.
Right.
And the campaigns have already started. Even if the government hasn't given
officially announced,
yes, they go ahead. People are campaigning, even on social media. You can see, oh, standing for what? Chan. Yeah, man.
Let me go by the example you gave earlier on and your concerns you expressed to advance that President Akandeshima, he was one of those who were victims in the opposition because he was being blocked from campaigning, you know, rightly so. But also, that was during the campaigns. Today, in the last 4 years, would you say politicians have been able to campaign fairly? They have been given the fair political field to go and sell their messages?
Have you ever heard, like in the last 3 months, any political party or any politician who has been stopped from going to the constituency to go and campaign?
You want a politician to be stopped?
Stopped.
Or stopped? Okay, go ahead.
Manje stopped.
Go ahead.
Bakamba mwati kwata problem umure samba matrina ima.
Okay, go ahead.
Have you ever been in a situation whereby you are in media house being called that there's a politician who was supposed to go and do like some campaigns or by-elections, there are some by-elections who has been stopped by the police or the current regime from going to campaign?
Mbototo, which country do you live in?
Kumadeja.
That may be correct, because if you live in Zambia and you are a patriotic citizen of this country and you are indeed an activist as we know you, I mean, you should have known these things, that in the last 5 years or 4 years of the UPND, politicians in Zambia have not been able.
You're in a question what your question what is Sanjipshat Mbototo, where do you live? Na ile encryption, where do we live? Because you teach we so that the past 5 years ya UPND. The past 5 years.
I said 4 or 5 years.
Nam got a problem na hii. Kai problem mure ipisha kwa tilimbi ati na shafo unjitire kono. But you for umfo indande, but if you tonton kanya chofo ndingiro kolanda. Therefore nshirina fiena. So manje kwati twala kwata ko pressure. Kozo for andande. Te feel kurukobo kumwandi. So we mpatikisha kulanda ofo nshide fwayo kulanda ofo nshishide na fiena. So iwe wachida fwaya ukumfwapo fimo ukufuma kudine. And then if you're there for ukumfwa nshifukwete kurukobo. So nshimikira if wachida for ukumfwa kudine.
Thank you. Let me now.
Because ine nshishide mkutari kana nayo. Na chishi batu wakula njipsha na kwasuka. Ngana kwasuka answer. Padi answer tapafuide pafu mafuta ama question yambi. Are pango mungoro. Jimo kwa chidimbio kokunke mbola master.
I will still ask you the same question, worry not. My question is, and I will insist that which country do you live in? Because if we all of us live in Zambia, and you've studied.
So manje.
Hold on a bit. Let me finish my question.
Kaifuchu kokunke mbola efo ndeko eba. Techuisa unjipshati Mbototo wikala kwi. Wachimbuki ngine ndeko kuisa kono.
Can I finish my question?
Wachimbuki ngine ndeko kuisa kono. Cause techuisa unjipshati, which country do you live in? Chimoti wambo kumbona kwa tindi wa munguru andeli wa munguru. Ndi wa munguru.
Mbototo can come back. We finish the interview. All right. Thank you so much. Of course, I've been speaking to Newton Mainza, who is a governance activist in Zambia, and also is a musician. Of course, he decided to walk out of the interview regarding the conversation, of course, that we are having. You can come back, Mr. Mainza. We just proceed. We're almost coming to an end. You can take a seat, sir. Right. All right, that's Mr. Mainza there, known as Mbototo, a governance activist in Zambia. Of course, discussing the Zambia's governance as ahead of the elections this year. And of course, he's decided to walk out of the interview, as I mentioned earlier on, and let's just pick up a few calls and there. All right, let's just take a short break. When we come back, we'll be able to pick up calls. So remember, this is the bigger program you're watching right here on KBN TV via channel 279, and also that's DSTV, Topside Decoder channel 27, as well as of course, we are live on Facebook page as well as YouTube right here on KBN TV. So remember, the bigger program, we do ask questions that are in the public domain, and these questions will come to you without of course being censured whatsoever. So let me hear from you, the viewers out there, and what you have this evening on the bigger program. I had Mbototo was decided to walk out of the interview. Let's hear from you, the viewers out there. Caller, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell us your name, please, and where you're calling us from. You are dragging. Your line is quite bad.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm Bishop from Chingola.
Oh, Bishop, go ahead, please.
I'm very disappointed with the man you brought on the program today. I think he has shown immaturity. And this is a very important program because it's a community to communicate to the people and to the nation at large. So when you bring people, make sure that they are censored and they are well cultured and well mannered.
All right, sir. Maybe
I'm a follower, but today I'm very disappointed. I see we need people that are sober-minded, people that can communicate love, peace, and unity in the nation.
I hear you, Bishop. Thank you so much. But let's not use words like cultured and childish. Let's just communicate, without offending anyone. Thank you so much, Bishop. We hear you. Thank you so much. All right, you can call the numbers right on the screens as well. You can have your say. I've been speaking to Bishop, and of course, my guest on the program has been Newton Mainza, who is an activist in Zambia and also a musician at the same time. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the program. Good evening to you, caller, and welcome to the program. Junior citizen, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for Mundori, what you are specific.
Kemkwa.
Na rubana sana kumona vandala bafuma bama interview ka. Because I was expecting something from him. Kurande findife kapacharo. Because by then UTF everybody ko critical abo naba nankwe. So na dapat mulemu pia question umuntu aletro standard aletro kwasuka according no question mwas mwa push. Because umuntu kuma interview afira epekani. But in that way askira mwefindi because na imupa nami kembura according no for ask and then tachimoneka bune mota mukembe badena nami kembura. So the road why she but the government activist evo abo bantu abatu ofe wakati ulandaranda badeshi ofuareranda because umuntu wisho ofuareranda akwira rondera muri fuezi ofuare mona because adefiro kulanda nomba muntu amusango shani abana pudi bali government activist tabalipo abakuba kunyapa. Actually, I'm very disappointed with that guy because ndo amona pa social media of baranda ero mbaza mkuranda pa fire pisana no fu baranda ka fire pisana. I'm sure they are seeking for a job from somewhere. So no mbare tina ngana asuke fijindi bitabambike ko palia apa abako palia momonaka. So I'm very disappointed with that guy. Actually, I don't understand momonaka. So abantu abayifu aba next time not to go bareta because bakutona wira for beneke bien iga to go tamba bakatona wira. So anyway,
thank you so much, Junior Citizen. I appreciate you. Right, you can call me. The number is right on your screens. I've been hosting Newton Mainza, an activist, musician, and also an artist. Caller, good evening and welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mr. Piri, just the Plan B calling from Ndola.
Your name again?
Plan B.
Okay, stand B. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Katimone can win because in the sense that it can be, just go back Plan B.
Okay, go ahead.
Katimone can win sana because it was quite very embarrassing. The sense that you were asking some questions to him, but he was supposed to be answering along the same lines. Then the problem with you, Mr. Perry, when you ask somebody a question, you just end up there. What will I hidden agenda or something which is in your mind? That is the only problem I have seen in you. When you ask somebody a question, once he answers, up there. That's all. I think that is the one we can get some your progress. Otherwise, I'm very much disappointed with that guy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you and your contribution. All right, you can have your say as well. Your number is right on your screens. And of course, I did mention earlier on that I've been hosting Newton Mainza, known as Mbototo, a governance activist. And he's decided to walk out of the interview. And of course, at the same time, we have to continue because this program belongs to you, the people of Zambia. Kola, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, IT. Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thanks. And how are you, sir?
I'm good. You're talking to Mr. James, calling you from Lusaka within in Kaunda Square.
Go ahead, Mr. James.
Sure. Mr. IT, first and foremost, let me just try to say you are the man of integrity indeed. The reason why I've said this, you give that person a chance to speak. And the only other thing that I was just disappointed with is something whereby you are able to ask somebody, then you're unable to answer some of the questions. So, otherwise, to be honest with you, I'm very, very disappointed with Mr. Is it Mainza?
Mainza, Kwe.
Mainza, yeah. Otherwise, okay, I'm disappointed with the man. Because that's not the way you're supposed to, you just have to give the respect even to the interviewer. The way he was even coming out, you can even tell that I think this person is not, I don't know, anyway, very disappointed. I'll give you a night, my IP. Anyway, keep it up, my man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. All right, the number is right on your screens. I'll pick up more calls and later on we wind up. Caller, good evening and welcome to the program. Good evening to you. Tell us your name, please.
Yeah, this is one Triple H influential man calling you from Dola, Zambia.
Go ahead, one influential man from Dola.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know, Mr. Piri, you are a qualified journalist. You know Mr. Mbototo. Is it your first time?
No, I've hosted him before.
Yes, so you understand him. It's normal, it's part of life. So, it's normal. So next time, mufunika mugatenge kubatomena titapunzirako vintu vinangu. We don't support everything. Muntu akabwera pa interviews afunika kukhala very serious, committed. Tapunzirako viviri vitatu. So, but behavior many bachaya na everything. We can't support that one. No, he's right, whatever. I don't know momentinga ikambire. Don't tifunika kukondema muntu. If you are not ready for interviews, don't go. Osayenda hii ijeve ni embarrassment ikulu maningi. Beza bocha bekungala chepa nyumba. Daga bana mashoko. It's better mwankala chepe pa nyumba. Then mwenda time inangu. Otherwise, we are listening, my brother, man. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. Thank you. All right, I'll pick up more calls, but for now, we have two clips, of course, which had been prepared for this program. Remember that some of the big stories that have happened during the course of the last 24 hours has been the release of Socialist Party leader Dr. Fred Mebe, who had been arrested by the Zambia police. He was detained at Chilenge police station, but fortunately enough, today he was released by the Zambia police after he was charged with some offenses. And of course, one of them was, leaking out secret document that in line with the summon which was given by the Zambia police, but also he was equally charged with an offense of humiliating the President Hakainde Hichilema. So, Dr. Fred Mebe, in case you were not aware, the bigger program can confirm, and we're here to inform you that Dr. Mebe finally is out of police cells. So let's just watch these two videos. One of the videos was at a time before he was arrested and detained, and the other fresh video we're going to play is that of today. So let's watch these two videos.
Hakainde Hichilema nkalapo na chifundo pa mutima kwata omutima owa muntu owa buntu leka omunobe ayatushe yala akwana 9 months ekitumbi kyakwa Edgar Lungu kikiri mu fridge iki kimono okukaka ekitumbi watwala ekitumbi kya munobe ku prison for 9 months wakwata omutima wa shani nangu kukosa omutima te ifyo release that body so that Edgar's family can bury their loved one. Be a human being. Your actions are human. Edgar is not buried today because of you wanting his body. That's all.
Why do you want it for?
Why do you want Edgar's body that much for 9 months? Almost 9 months now. Your friend can't be buried because you are saying, no, I have to have the body. I have to bury Edgar's body the way I want. Chitumbi chobe. Do you want to eat that body? Is it your body? Is Edgar your relative? Is he your friend? Let him be buried. Kwato luse. Look at the way the family is suffering for 9 months. Bari mu funeral, bari mu mourning. Let them have a closure. Nangu kubipa omutima te ifi mu mendo. Wesho omutima kwata ko luse. Imingalato tepali fyondi. You can't have imingalato on everything. And what is imingalato? Obuchenjeshi bwankoko. Let Edgar's family bury Edgar. That is my last appeal.
Yes, Mr. President. A quick statement to the meeting.
We cannot keep quiet. No. Until the body of Edgar is buried. Yes. It will be 9 months tomorrow. We don't know in 3 months' time what will be commemorating, whether this is a memorial or it is burial. Everybody has stopped mourning, but the family is still mourning. For 9 months, their lives have come to a standstill. Correct. And we know that Edgar is not buried because Hichilema has refused to get him buried. Yes. It's Hichilema who went to the High Court in Pretoria to stop the burial of Edgar. Yes. The family appealed. He has not given up the appeal, is still defending his position. So Edgar is not buried because Hichilema does not want to bury him. Why doesn't he want the family to bury their dead the way they want? Why? He's going about his life. There's no national mourning in the country now. He's campaigning, but Edgar's family is still mourning. We don't know on the 5th of June what will happen, whether it will be a memorial or it will be a burial. I've never seen this confusion in my life. I've never seen this insensitivity. Leka family yakwa Edgar imushike in the way they want. Chapwa. Simple. Abantu nga bakana n'abakana. It can't be your way, Hichilema, all the time. You can't have it your way in everything. Constitution your way, this and that your way. You say your way. Lego munove ayatushe. Thank you.
Viva Fred Member, viva!
Viva!
Viva Fred Member, viva!
Viva!
Abash Saiba Abash! Abash! Abash Search Abash. Abash. Abash unlawful. Arrest Abash. Abash.
Okay. It is a well-known fact globally that when one is mourning, you give them space to mourn. The Bembas say, "Oh, Lady La," and all of us are mourning. Fred was arrested for mourning. How many of us are ready to be arrested for mourning? The whole Zambia is mourning the passing of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. All of us, without exception, every single day, we bring to our memory the fact that the mortal remains of Edgar Chagwa Lungu still remain unburied. And the moment you reflect upon that, you are mourning. I've said before, I want to reiterate, that under the governance of Hakainde Hichilema, even for your dreams, you run the risk of being arrested. Shame. Now that you have seen that even for mourning, Fred has been arrested, then you know the times. But the good thing is that all of us in the political space are ready. We are not going to be intimidated whatsoever. We are ready to fill up all the prisons in this country for doing the right thing, for the right cause. And the right cause is to expose Hakainde Hichilema's dictatorship. That is the job that we have. And I'd like to appeal to all of you citizens. Don't think this is a responsibility only for those who are leaders. It is for all of us. Let us do it.
We are kindly requesting that we
Council, just a quick one.
We're living in very perilous times, ladies and gentlemen, where the law is being used against people.
We are blocking
So-called cyber law should not be what it is. Merely expressing your thoughts, you should not be punished. For speaking your mind, you should not be punished. This so-called cyber law has been.
Thank you so much. Those are some of the highlights regarding Dr. Fred Mebe, the leader of the Socialist Party, who is also presidential candidate under the People's Movement Pact. Now, Dr. Mebe was arrested, that was 3 days ago, and eventually he has been released by the Zambia police. He will be expected to appear in court soon. So the earlier video, as I mentioned, it is the video which has been cited to have landed him in trouble, and the last reaction of Mebe is that of the comment he gave right after he was released. That's what has happened today in the last 24 hours now. Another story, of course, which has taken center stage in our news headlines this evening is that government reviews 6 Zambians in Iraq and Iran. The details of the story is that government says it is managing an urgent matter with a consular involving a Zambian family of 5 residing in Iraq and 1 Zambian national in Iran amid escalating security tensions in the Middle East. Delivering a ministerial statement to Parliament this afternoon, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mlambo Haimbe, said evacuation arrangements for the family in the Haddiston region and Iraq have been initiated through Zambia's mission in Cairo with coordinated support from Ankara to secure a safe transit subject to security assessment. He said efforts are also underway to ascertain the whereabouts and status of the Zambian reported to be residing in Iran. Mr. Mlembo Haimbe said government has activated international ministerial coordination mechanisms and directed mission in affected countries to update registers of nationals, maintaining constant communication and prepare for constant evacuation plans. He added that so far no injuries or loss of lives involving Zambian nationals have been reported, although Some have experienced a temporary travel disruption due to airspace closures. Mr. Mlambo has further added that government has since issued a travel and security advisory urging Zambians in the region to remain vigilant, avoid risky areas, and maintain contact with the nearest mission as the situation remains fluid. That's the story coming from government as well. You know that there is the ongoing war involving Iraq, Israel, and other countries. Of course, there are about 5 in total, but of course there is an assurance coming from the government that all is well for now. So there's no need for you to panic whatsoever regarding Zambian nationals who may be residing elsewhere. So please feel safe and feel comforted, because your government has responded. In case you've been looking for these comments, government has issued a ministerial statement in that regards. So I will pick up 5 calls from there, or rather 3 calls, and then from there I wind up. Caller, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell me your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Gift. I'm calling you from Livingstone.
All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Oh yes, I want to say something regarding Newton Mainza,
Please.
my favorite musician, and I really enjoy listening to his music. But well, like many others, I'm disappointed with the reaction he showed. I didn't expect that to come. When we hear him saying "nai pasa, nai balansa, nai tera na answer," he also tells people "ukuikatana no la salana." Correct.
We
wonder why, whether he means what he says, and then at the end of the day he does that. I'm quite disappointed, but we believe maybe if you can still try to find a way of bringing him back. I believe maybe also it's because he knew what was coming, and he felt he was not going to manage to handle the next questions that you are going to ask him. So the best way to do it was to run away from the screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. All right, I'll pick up 2 calls. Then from there, we wind up the program. You can call me in case you want to have your say as well. All right, there is a caller here. Caller, good evening and welcome to the program. Hello, good evening.
I'm Singo. I'm calling from Vika.
Go ahead, Mr. Singo.
Yeah, specific in Tazara.
Thank you so much. Go ahead.
I'm very disappointed with that gentleman. Please, next time, don't just go. Some of these people, those are PF cadres. Please avoid bringing those people. Huh?
Well,
Coming to Mr. Mebe, this man, when you are saying something which is not good, speak something which is no. I'm very disappointed. You can't say just to eat a dead body. It doesn't work that way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Maybe just you can withdraw the remarks that Mainza is a PF cadre, because you and I, we are not sure about that. Okay. Okay, so I'll pick up my last caller and then we wind up the program. Number is right on your screens. Okay, please, I'm looking for my last caller and then we wind up the program. We call it a night. It's been a long night, of course, a long conversation that we've been having on the bigger. Again, we'll be back next week with another conversation. But of course, I expect more guests to come through for this conversation. And remember that this platform is being given to you, the people of Zambia. So we always endeavor as an institution to ask questions that are in public domain, questions that, of course, you, the Zambian people, are looking for answers. Caller, good evening and welcome to the program. You are my last caller.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening to you.
This is Joker. We are calling from Kafir.
Please go ahead. You are my last caller.
very much disappointed with Mbototo. That man. So I be next time don't invite such people. At least enjoy a program here. But next time I'm going to get full of connection. So I'm going to the Paria Shiaku and the Pachava. At least we got the Masopa minded. But we could have got to get about in the red dinner in an Alanda so and Alibalan Konkana now. So I'm the just.
Yeah, Mkwai, na totally na moyo. All right, thank you so much. We end from here. Of course, I've been hosting Mainza, Newton, or Mbototo, as it were. Now, just for those that could have joined the program right now as we are closing, that Newton Mainza, he is a governance activist who has been the activism for quite a number of years, and of course, we've interviewed him for a lot of years on various subjects, and of course today again he was coming back to appear on the bigger program, and he decided to walk out of the interview, and we as an institution and I as a moderator, I have no control when a guest decides to walk out. Of course that is something that they have decided, or they have opted to do that, but however we shall continue inviting these guests because they are part and parcel of our governance system. Thank you so much for watching. We're back again next week. May God bless Zambia. May God bless Mother Africa. Good night.